Okay, guys, let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I'm trying to set up the connection in a way that it could be favorable. Okay, amazing, amazing. Good day, everyone. Good day, guys. I can see our comments. Let me know where you're connected from. Let me know where you're connected from, guys. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you're connected from in the comment section. Good evening, Shifu. Yeah, I can see you guys. Welcome. Okay. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. We're streaming to, I think, Twitter at the same time. For some time, we haven't done multiple streams, whereby most times we've just been on Zoom. Exclusively, we've just been on Zoom. And while we've been on Zoom, we've also been on we just stream to the YouTube channel. But right now, I think we're on YouTube. We're also on Facebook and also on Twitter at the same time. So those who are able to connect on YouTube or having issues with your YouTube can connect with us on Twitter. Those who are having issues on Twitter can connect on Facebook. But whatever ways, these are we're streaming directly to the three different platforms at the same time. And though I could see comments from YouTube popping up, and I think I could see comments on Facebook as well. But I think the comments on Twitter is going to take a while before it start popping up as well. Okay, guys, let me know where you're connecting from. Let me know where you're connecting from. Okay, we have someone connecting from Benin Republic. Someone connecting from Delta States. We have somebody connecting from Ghana. We have somebody connected from Delta State, that's in Nigeria, from Benin in Nigeria as well. Someone connecting from Port Harcourt in Nigeria. Someone connecting from Ivory Coast as well. Okay, we have someone connecting from UK, someone connected from Imo State as well. Okay, we have Abuja as well. We have Abia State. So we have a lot of people connected. So it's good. Welcome everybody. So today we're talking about um, basically how to make millions from the next major move in the crypto space. How to make so much money from the next major move in crypto space, and the first thing, I've been giving a lot of predictions before now, and we've been having a 90% accuracy in our predictions and the things we've been saying, things we've been pointing out. And I think one of the most recent was the prediction we gave around November and also in December, expecting a run that might most likely should begin from December into the new year and should be a catalyst. That was what we were anticipating. And we made certain calls and predictions, especially regarding the market, regarding BTC. Okay, there should be a way for me to share my screen. So presently, I'm going to share a couple of tabs on my screen while, okay. So here we go. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let me collapse this a bit. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to I'm going to expand the view. So basically we should be able to, so we can actually have a detailed view and everyone will be able to see. So just bear with me a minute. Okay. I want to be sure there's nothing I'm actually hiding out. Okay, fantastic. Let's go. Um Let me do this thing in a way whereby we should be able to see this basically very well. Then you see. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so this was our first prediction. I talked about the 60-day low, which is going to kick in for Bitcoin, and that we shouldn't expect Bitcoin to go below 15,600. Like every single person was saying Bitcoin is going to go down to as low as 12K, 10K, and I said we shouldn't expect that. That this is the 60-day low, and the 60-day low is going to lead to a pivot, and the pivot is going to by 2nd of January. And that if we get a pivot by 2nd of January, just know that it's going to be bullish, and the market's going to do like a major move. And the first entry I gave basically was around these levels. But I know a couple of persons missed that, except maybe you are in the private groups, maybe you are in the institutional trading club. I actually shared this chart basically to those in the institutional trading club, and I also shared it like I did a live session whereby I talked about it as well and talked about those levels. But the chart was sent and only to the institutional trading club members, and we had an amazing ride from here to this level. And then I gave another possible entry. This one was also done in a live session, so if you haven't been watching the YouTube live sessions, definitely you would have been missing a lot of money, because a lot of people who you see sharing their thirsty money, sharing what they've gained, many a times they benefited from those live sessions and my predictions in those sessions. So definitely when you look here, we got this a second entry at this zone which I highlighted for us. I think I was using the harmonic patterns on these levels, and if you see here, I actually closed it, and this was the first entry and this was the second entry. I was like, if they're gonna go down low, she go to as low as back to the entry, first entry, and we could see enter again, or it's gonna bounce up from this level. So I think this should be forgotten the pattern, but this is the bullish one of the bullish harmonic patterns. I think there are about 8 or 9 harmonic patterns, and this is like one of them. I don't know the name of the particular pattern, but that was basically, I think that should be the shark harmonic pattern. And then when we had that run, the market started behaving one kind, and then I decided to take a deeper look into the market for us and to give us a third entry for like the third time. For the third time, I was able to like pick an entry for us, and this was our second entry, our third entry, which was around 16,600. So if you had missed the first entry I gave, you shouldn't have missed the second entry. If you had missed the second entry, there's no reason why you should have also missed the third entry, because I think almost all these entries I shared them live, like I shared them live for us on live session. Second was 16,600 or so. So either one of them should have made you a lot of money, and that is if there are people who like you can't afford being in the private grouping in the institutional trading club, you can't pay. But definitely if you're joining in for free, you definitely and these live sessions are actually held for free because they are broadcasted almost everywhere, and people could like various persons could watch this and could see this and could connect to this. So there's no reason why somebody who missed the first entry should have missed the second entry and also missed the third entry. And Bitcoin is still ripping up very, very hard, exactly as was predicted. And I told you guys one thing, that when majority is expecting a particular move in the market, you should learn to read in between the lines and expect otherwise. Those things I said. I also thought about how the DXY is going to be 2023 is going to be a very bearish year for the DXY. I also talked about that. I gave that's major prediction as well. And we've seen a lot of these coins and a lot of these catalysts have been doing so well and have been moving exactly as how I stated. Basically, everything I talked about regarding Bitcoin, regarding the crypto market, has been doing so well. If you are getting in on any of the coins I recommended BNB, I recommended Ethereum, I recommended ETC, any single one of them. If you had actually gotten in on any of them, you should have made like crazy amount of money on any of them. Like you should be on a huge amount of money. Okay, we've had let me share the tab for etc. This is etc. This is etc. Like etc. If you look at the levels, this was our first entry around this level, this zone, and it went that high. I was trying to get the second entry, so but it did not come down to give us a second entry. It has just been flying ever since to this level. I think if we decide to use there is this tool that is used to measure the price range or the forecast. So if we decide to use from here to measure to this level, so this guy has moved by 66%. So if we're using like a 10x leverage or a 20x leverage, this should be an average of about 600% to about 1,000 plus percentage. So in other words, anybody who had keyed in on this, even if you did this like from the 2nd of January, I stated this because it was basically 3 sessions I held. on with $100 margin would have made like $1,000 on this alone. Now, making money in cryptos is actually very simple when you understand the method, you understand the system. The crypto world is actually what I call is a very noisy world. It's a world whereby a lot of things are happening, and people always fall for what we call the noise. People are always distracted with the noise happening on Twitter, on the social platforms, and when they get carried away with all this noise, what happens? What happens when people get carried away with all this noise? One of the major things that happens when people get carried away with all this noise is that they miss out on a whole lot of money. They miss out on a whole lot of money because they are not concentrated on what is happening. They are not able to like pay attention. Like this is the main thing. This is the major thing that should have made them money. So, but I'm gonna share with us certain things. So, while I'm talking, you'll definitely be taking. I know there are people who are taking notes, and literally we see those things apply because most times when we hold these sessions, you now see people sending me messages like after the session or a day later or 2 3 days later of how much they've made and what profit they've made, thanking me for the sessions, but the knowledge being given. And like these are the ones that are compelling me to come up to like share more of this knowledge and share more of this advice and insights to the public, because this will are be able to take this, apply it to themselves, make profits, make money, make gains, and have a better life. And now that's one thing you need to understand. The crypto world is filled with a lot of this person is predicting this person is saying this person is saying it's going to go down, this person is saying it's going to go down, this person is trying to compete with this person. There's a lot of competition in the crypto space, in the web3 space. So you need to know how to filter yourself from that competition and focus on what is priority to you. And what is priority to you? What is priority to you is that you came to make money. You came to make gains. So you want to focus on that thing. That you don't want to focus on okay whether you predicted this or this person is predicting this. You want to focus on what is going to make you the most money out of each prediction, out of each move, out of each activity. So that's one of the things you want to do. Now, and I told you guys something about the bear market, which is one I told you guys in a bearish market, the strategy applied in a bearish market is different from the strategy applied in a bullish market. And one of the strategies that works in a bearish market is that less is more. Less is more in the sense of when the market is bearish, you don't buy 1 million coins. You won't be profitable in trading 1 million coins. You might just, all you just want to do is you want to look out for just little assets, less is more. And these little assets will give you exponential gains and exponential profit. So I think that the last that session where I talked about the movement of the market, and I gave us about 4 coins. Now, out of the 4 or 5 of them, basically I give about five or so, and I think to be on the channel. Now, if we're talking about Ethereum, talking about ETC, talking about each of these coins, you shouldn't have made nothing less than 1,000% to about 2,000% gains on just the 4 of them, and then probably maybe one went bad, but out of the 5, one went bad and 4 because there is no way you can get 100% accurate. It is not possible. The only person that's 100% accurate is God. So definitely, we still maintain the 90% accuracy, whereby we have about 90% profits and then 10% losses. And when you make so much amount of money like that, one of the things I do basically, if people who have been following me for a long time, we discover that there are certain times I go quiet. I go quiet for a couple of days, and then I come back again. The reason I go quiet those times are basically periods whereby I have made a lot of money and I don't want to allow my head to mix up with my emotions, in the sense of, when you become so accurate at times, you might feel like you are a god in the market. You might feel like you're the controller of the market. And one of the ways I maintain my emotions and keep it in check to remain humble, so the market will not humble me, is when I make so much money, I decide to take a break for a couple of days to turn down, make my emotions calm, and then get back to the market to try to bring my emotions to a state of understanding that this is all about probabilities. That I'm right doesn't mean I'll always be right. So that helps me to create an emotional balance at times. So the past few weeks I've seen us making a lot of money, and if you keyed in on those predictions, you profited, is an amazing one. But today we're going to move to the next thing. The next thing that's going to happen in cryptocurrency. So if you missed the previous, you shouldn't miss the second. Meanwhile, if you benefited from the predictions I gave about the market in November, December into January as well, drop a comment, drop a positive comment on either Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. There's so many persons always commenting in my DMs. I can't recall to every DMs, but please, you can drop a comment right now on the live on either here on Twitter, or you could drop on Facebook, or you could drop it on YouTube as well. So just drop a comment. Let me get your appreciation. Let me see what you guys doing. Let me know you're benefiting from it? I know a lot of persons sent me DMs, but I want you guys to drop it on the comment section. Now, let's go over to let's leave all these predictions, because there's so many predictions. We don't want to like start talking about prediction, because of course, if you look at last year alone, we did a report, and which I just posted on the Facebook. I posted it on Facebook, and that report was a spreadsheet of which we do every year. Every year we take account of every call I give. If I tell people to buy a gem call, the reason why we take account is, number one, I do not call what I don't buy. In other words, I put my money where my mouth is. Nothing I call is a financial advice. That is important, but at the same time, I risk whatever I'm telling, whatever I cannot buy myself. I will not want to recommend it at all. Recommend it at all. So that makes us mean that means if it's going bad for me, it's definitely going to go bad for everybody. If it's going well for me, it's going well for everybody as well. So in the sense of the risk being involved, so my emotions is there, my emotions is thin. So I don't want to go off. I could decide to be calling 1 million calls every day, but those calls are going to be they're not going to be out of they're not going to be out of how going to put it, they won't be out of accuracy, in the sense of they won't be out of compassion. They won't be out of, it will just be like gambling. So I'm not a signal caller. There are people who just copy paste signals. I don't do that. What I do is basically I do this and I want to be sure. So we do the details analysis of every single call I make. Now, there will be calls that will go bad. Of course, there will always be calls that will go bad. But one thing you want to look at is you want to look at the long-term ratio. Look at our reports we did in 2021. In 2021, we gave about 70 calls for free on the YouTube channel, on the drop. I think before this, we're currently on a new YouTube channel. Our previous YouTube channel, we had issues. Our previous Telegram channel, we had issues. So our numbers are a bit reduced than what it was, but at least we're still growing back and picking up very strongly. But now, if you look at what the recommendation of the calls we gave in 2021, you discover that we made about, is it 60 or 70,000%, 50,000%, yeah, 50,000% cumulative gains. Now, we're not talking about futures analysis. We're not talking about the analysis that is being done on futures or the futures recommendation. We're just talking about gem calls that are actually bought on decentralized exchanges on sports. That is the only calls we are referring to, just sports calls and gem calls. We're not talking about futures, because if we're talking about futures, we'll not start talking about crazy numbers, crazy amount of numbers. But we don't want to go that. It would be like inflated, because some people might be trading on 10x, some people are trading on 20x, so you cannot actually accurately say this is the percentage. So we want to deal on the one that we know this is what happened, and everybody virtually could see that this was the time this thing was called in public, this was how high it went, and this was the profit you should have made. And we made about 50,000% gains in 2021, and you could see it on, I think that was my pin post on Facebook, my pin post on Facebook, on the Facebook profile. And then for last year was a bearish year. But despite the bearish, I forecasted, I told you guys about how 2022 is going to be. Before it happened, I told you guys 2022 is going to be bad. 2022 is going to be a bearish year. But I don't care whether it's bearish or not. We are going to make money in that year. We are going to make money here. And I started the CME, which was we are holding every month, one session every month, one session every month. And a lot of people made money from the calls, from the CME sessions. We see a lot of testimonies. And now, anybody who wasn't making money, two things: either the person was not paying attention, or the person was being distracted, or the person was being carried away with whatever is happening. And like I always say, what you choose to give attention to is what we grow. If you give attention to the fact that everybody is saying the market is bad, and because it's bad, there will be no opportunities, there will not be opportunities for you. But if you give attention to the fact that the market, whether it is bad or not, there will be opportunity for you. Opportunity will come for you. It all has to do with perception. I always use the testimony and the example of myself when I started trading. Especially, I started trading forex, but from forex I ran to synthetic indices, and it was in synthetic indices I made my breakthrough. And I always give my testimony, which you guys hear and know of most times. When we started trading synthetic indices, there were many people who told me, "Well, synthetic indices will not give you money. You will never make big money in synthetic indices. You will only make small money. It won't give you big money. So the best thing you should do is when you make money, just be putting it, withdrawing and putting it into coins and putting. That's how you're going to succeed." But I looked for people who had a different mindset, a different methodology, who choose to believe that it is possible. And I hung around those people who were telling me that this thing is possible. It is possible that I'm going to benefit from synthetic indices and I'm going to make it. And these people have done 6 figures. They have done 7 figures, like over $100,000 to about $1,000,000 just from synthetic indices alone. And because I see them growing, I believe it's possible. And I plugged into their growth. I saw them growing and I started trading as well. And I started making progress as well. And I broke through in it. In the same thing everybody was saying is not possible, I succeeded in it. So when I started giving much attention to cryptos, I have that mindset. I don't care what majority are saying. I don't care what every other influencer is saying. Like, this is gonna happen. This is because it's bad. If you choose to what you pay attention to is what grows, what appears, what becomes of you. So if you're paying attention to the bad news in the market, the bad things that are being said, and you believe that everything bad is happening in the market that is going to be unfortunate for you, and there will be no opportunity, there will not be opportunity to you. Remember, in the midst of confusion is opportunity, and every opportunity is money to be made. I repeat, in the midst of confusion is opportunity, and every opportunity there's money to be made. And when you look at the cryptocurrency market, the more bearish the market means, the more bad it goes, opportunities is raising, and so many money is being made. Now let's refer to the lunar crash. Lunar crashed badly, but why lunar crashed badly? Many people made money. Many people made money from shorting the market. Many people turned millionaires. The day people were crying, some people committed suicide. That same day, people turned multi-millionaires out of Luna. The same thing with FTX. Some people became millionaires not only from shorting it, but even from buying the deepest deep. They were able to buy. Yes, some people say it was a gamble. Some people, but it is the mindset that it is a gamble. Why wouldn't you be the one making the right gamble? Even if it was a gamble, let's assume it's a gamble now. Why should you not be the one gamble? Instead, you're the one always making the news. You're the one telling people, "Oh, this bad thing is happening," instead of being the one benefiting from it. So in everything that happens, life is a zero sum game. For anybody crying, somebody is happy. For anybody happy, somebody is crying. So you want to tell yourself that you always be the person happy. The same thing with trading. Trading is a zero sum game. When you're happy, you're making gains. Somebody else is crying that he's losing. It is a zero sum game. For every gain you're making in the market, somebody else is losing. That is the trading world. That is how it is on the chart. When you're trading on forex, you're trading on stocks, you're trading on the liquid market, you're trading on cryptos. That is how it is generally. Somebody is liquidity for the other person. So all you just want to do, you want to be early. You want to be positioned. Now, many people who are in my VIP made money from the lunar crash. Many people made millions from that. Many people also made so much money from the FTX crash. Not just because I was able to forecast it, but because we were able to pay attention to the opportunity in the midst of the problem. And that's one thing many people are not doing because you're concerned about the problem rather than the opportunity the problem presents. So there are two sets of people whenever problems happen, even in the crypto space and even in life. People who are concerned about the problem rather than and people who are concerned about the opportunity the problem presents. The people who are concerned about the problem will be carried away with the problem, they'll be distracted by the problem, and they will not make money about the problem because they will be the ones talking about the problem. Then the people who will make money from the problem are the people who are caring about the opportunities in the problem. So in 2023, you want to tell yourself that you're going to do different. If you want to make money different, you want to be a millionaire in the space in 2023, you want to tell yourself you're going to do different. So in the market whereby some people are crying, is being so bad for some people. Some of us are we're traveling countries. We are going from this country to another country. We are enjoying ourselves. We are doing so well in the midst when people are losing. And that is because of this understanding. So meanwhile, I opened an Instagram account. So on my Instagram account, I'm going to be starting a vlog. I'm going to be starting a vlog this year because I'm going to be touring a lot of countries. So I'm going to be like starting a vlog of travels, like every country I'm going to. I'm going to be like documenting it. I haven't been doing that for a long time because you know how private I am. But I decided I'm going to be doing that on just my Instagram account. So you want to keep up with like my lifestyle, with the countries I'm traveling to, and I'm getting a lot of knowledge in my travel exposure. And probably I'm going to be dropping some tips as well for you guys. It's going to be on just my Instagram account. So you want to follow my Instagram? It's going to be like I might turn it to be a private account, so only those following might actually be able to keep up with what is happening. So of course, anywhere I go, my private mindset is still with me. So you want to go and follow me on Instagram, wealth.israel. So wealth.israel. So wealth.israel is where I'm going to be updating uh, about countries I'm traveling to and the fun we are having despite whatever is happening in the market. Now, I'm not going to be putting it out there like in every places because every social media, it has its purpose, why it exists as well. Now, but this is the thing. You want 2023 to be different for you. These are the things you need to correct. These are the things I'm talking about. You need to correct. These are the things you need to. It needs to be worked on. Needs to be like edited on. This is like very very important. Now let's talk about the current stage of the market. Done talking about what happened in the previous years, what happened in the previous settlements, which virtually you know. Now, if you want to keep up with the predictions and everything that has been talked about, is on the YouTube channel. The past videos on YouTube channel gives you details about everything that has been happening. You could see everything that's happening. Like you could have those details. You could have those views. You could learn and understand. So many people have made a lot of money just going back to those videos. Now let's talk about the current state of the market. The current state of the market. I gave you guys a very amazing hack the last time I was talking about the market, and I gave that hack with the DXY. I told you guys about how you need to master the DXY, and if you could master the DXY very well, it will help you to become a master at understanding what is going to happen in the general markets regarding cryptos, regarding BTC, regarding every single one of them as well. And we've had our predictions. Like you've had the predictions I've been giving us specifically about. I've given us predictions about the DXY. So let's go on that. Let's go on that. You've seen my face enough. So now we've been on DXY for a long time. Like if you check through, if you follow through the sessions and the CME recordings, one thing you want to do if you're here and you've not gotten those CME recordings, I think you're not just serious with yourself, because those CME recordings are actually very very cheap. I think it's just $50. $50 gives you like access to all the recordings that was held last year, and then you could see how each of these analysis that were dropped. It also give you access to the group too, I think, so. And how we predicted how high DXY is going to go and how it should fall from 114 levels. And we've seen the massive retracement, and how this year, I also told you guys into this year how bad it's going to be. I said it's going to be bearish for DXY. But this is the thing we're expecting. We've been expecting a pullback for DXY at this levels, but the pullback has not happened yet. So the dude is still just like going down, 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 down. So the more this guy keeps on going down, the more it's going to be bullish for Bitcoin. But you know, the market is not going to go down forever. Like it's never a straight line. So for every major move downward, there has to be like a retracement. So there will definitely be a retracement. So this is what you should expect between January, February, and March for the DXY. This will give you a view of what you should expect and know what is going to be the next major move for the markets in January, February, and March. Now let's go here. Let's look at the weekly and then probably look at the monthly. Okay, fantastic. Let's look here. So the first thing that I think might most likely happen is, let's look at the monthly candle. Sorry, because I want to give you guys an overview of what you'd expect for January, February, and March. So to do that, we have to look at the monthly charts. Like I always say, nothing I say is a financial advice, but 90% of the time I'm always correct. So there's always a 10%, right, which goes bad, but 90% of the times I'm always correct. Now let's go here. First of all, this is the January monthly candle, and I expect that the general monthly candle should close below 102. So the DXY should close below 102. In fact, it should close below this red line here, which is, I think, is 101 point something, 101 to 102. This range where this red line is where it should close below. That's where, so because if it closes, if this candle, January candle, closes below this level around the zones, is a proof that there is a bearish break of structure on the monthly, and that confirms the fact that we are in a fully bearish shape for the DXY. Now, so that is expected that this candle, for as the month comes to an end and comes to a close, it should end. It should come here and then break structure. It should close below this. And what does this mean for Bitcoin? It means that for the next couple of weeks into the month of February, Bitcoin is going to be bullish ranging. What do I mean by bullish ranging? It's going to be ranging in between a sector, in between 22K, 24K down to 2019K. It's going to be ranging in between. So we're going to have it. Why is it going to be ranging? Because this market is going to be, at least if you look at where this major fall has been happening, Bitcoin has been very, very bullish. But now, if it doesn't fall below here, like if it doesn't go this low, definitely that means that there will be some ranging period. So it will be like bullish range in the sense of just like what is happening right now. When it starts going down, everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. When it starts going down, everyone, oh, it's gonna go up, going up, going up. Now that's like gonna be in the ranging thing, and the ranging has gonna be for like a couple of weeks. And but it is what I call bullish ranging. So we're gonna have BTC go moving upwards and downward. That is what it means for that. Then in February, what I anticipate or expect from February leading into March is that if DXY gives us a close that confirms the breaker structure, we should have a retest. What do I mean a retest? We should have the DXY going to confirm a retest for a full bearish movement for the rest of the year. Sorry, I'm having issues with my with what I'm trying to do on the charts. Let me do this. So if you look here, what do I mean? See, just look at the arrow I just drew. I think this arrow is best self-explanatory. Now, this arrow means that if we have that GXY close below here, this is a break of structure, and then we should expect that price to buy up to any of these levels, maybe here or here, and then start going down. Now, when price start buying, what it means is that the market will now go bad again. Are you getting what I'm saying? It means that Bitcoin will now go bad again. So, yes, I forecasted that the market is going to begin a pivot, and the pivot is a sign for a bullish run. But you should know that even the bearish market never happened on a straight line. There were coins I came out in public, and I told you guys then when I came out in public that these coins are actually going to do well. You should enter what we call an inverse trade, an inverse sell, and hold it for a long time, and you will make a lot of money. It can literally turn you to become a millionaire. And we saw that thing happening over time, like it was just going down and down and down. Now that is the same thing that's going to happen this year. It will not just be the market will not just be like boom and just start going straight. It will take it moves in steps. So there's a higher high, a higher low, just like what we teach on market structure. There's a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. That's definitely what you want to expect. So sometime in February, leading into March, sometime in February, we should now start anticipating or expecting leading into March that whatever is happening right now, do not be taken aware, taken unawares when the market decides to now start going bad. So there will be opportunities to see enter in certain alt and some coins. So the coins, not all coins are going to move up very well this year. Not all, but many people are going to make a lot of money and be millionaires. Just like I stated last year, and we started seeing already in the month in January, we're already seeing it playing out in January, and it still play out this month, entering like February, and then when the market starts going down, there will be some settlements, there will be some, and just very few persons will literally like make so much money. Even in February, many people will make a lot of money too. A lot of money, yes, will be made in February. A lot of people will turn out to become millionaires in February. I want you to, if you believe that you're going to be among people who are going to turn millionaires this year out of crypto, I want you to type, I will be one of the millionaires. I will be one of the millionaires. I don't know where you're connected from, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Just type it in the comment section. I will be one of the millionaires. So if you are on Twitter, type it and do a retweet. If you are on Facebook, type it and do a share. If you are on YouTube, type it and drop a like. I want to see the people who are going to be millionaires this year. And if you're already a millionaire, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. And if you are already a multi-millionaire, you are going to be a billionaire. So you're going to join us in the billionaire levels, and you are going to start having a billionaire lifestyle. So whatever category you are in, you're going to get better for you and better for you. So that's what we expect for the DXY, is that it should close below 102, 101 and confirm the break of such of the ending of this month, and then next month should start being like a beginning point in February for it to start giving us the next retracement upwards, which is going to form what we call a lower high that will not lead to a lower low. Now, when that happens, it confirms the fact of what I'm saying, that this is what you should expect, or that you should anticipate for BTC, that BTC is going to range in a particular level. So let me, where am I going to share for us? Let me go to BTC charts. BTC charts. And How do I do this? Okay, fantastic. So if we go to BTC charts, oh, I just made a bulk mistake now. Hold on, guys. I'm going to share the screen back again. Okay, share screen, Windows, Brave tabs. Okay, fantastic. Here we go. This is BTC. So forecasted that Bitcoin is going to go to as high as 22K to 24K. That was our TP, right? Let me hold on. From this level, that was our TP level, and we are in some hell of maximum profits from the pump. So this means that if the so this is a monthly candle. So if we get the monthly close around these levels, around 22, 24, 26, around this range, as if we get a monthly close around this level, it confirms also the pivot which I've been talking about. I've talked about the pivot already. Like it gives the second confirmation of the pivot. And now this is what you should understand. That people Bitcoin is already in an accumulation phase. It is already in an accumulation phase. It is not about to enter. It is already in an accumulation phase. And accumulation phases, and I could recall some time last year when we were doing when we were I think that what BTC was around this level or so. This was when I started telling us about redistribution, and I told us about redistribution. I told us about accumulation phases and how bit is going to move from this level to this level. I think every most people were saying different things, and I told you guys that these people who are showing these things about that they don't know the difference between redistribution and accumulation, and we won't blame them because sometimes this chart stuffs could get you confused, the lines could get you confused, and you could mix up things. And we saw everything that started playing out, and now there many persons are still saying the same thing, that BTC we still need to like crash, and then when it crashes it will not begin. It is not about crashing to begin. It has already started an accumulation phase. So if you're thinking like that already, you've already started failing in your macro analysis already. You're already failing in macro analysis. So understand that it has already started, and we are already in the phase one of the accumulation schematics for BTC. 2024 is going to be like that major bullish year. But before 2024 is going to be that major bullish year, I believe that when people are anticipating that the bull run is going to be so major in 2025, we might not even have a bull run in 2025. There is that likelihood. It could happen, but we might not have in 2025. We might have the bull run into ending by December 2024. December 2024. You know, so this is not so December 2024. So when some people are preparing like 2 years ahead, you should start preparing now. If there's any time you start preparing to make the most money from crypto, it is now. It is like this Q1 into Q2, because the year is gonna go like BT is gonna go bad this year. It's gonna go bad this year, and that next bad, it is all part of the accumulation schematic. In other words, yes, I called the bullish, I called it from this level. Now, how bad can it go is the question people are going to ask. Well, it's how bad BT is going to go. Now, at the end of this month, how bad is going to go? We most like, I believe it might start beginning from time in February into March. And once it starts beginning that way, BTC will start going down. And whenever BTC goes down, remember there's still fear in the market. There's still uncertainty in the market. So it will hit alts very, very well. So many alts are going to crash down very, very well. So there are three ways that you could literally make so much money with what is happening in Bitcoin and what's happening right now, because I'm already telling you guys what is going to happen and what is happening and what you should expect for January, February, March, and even the whole year. Now, there are three things you can do that will help you literally, and you'll be on the making money side. Three things. So, like we said, that we know these things are like in four phases. These accumulation schematics, they are in four phases, and these four phases are phases whereby I have five phases, actually 4 to 5 phases, which we are already in phase one. So February, the phase one began from December when I started talking about this, November, December when I started talking about the pivot, and then Phase two is going to begin most likely from February, March. February, March is when phase two. And when it begins, it might last for a couple of months. It might last for a couple of months when it begins. And as that is done, we will now start having another bullish rally. And this is the sweet thing. The sweet thing is, as long as you're connected to the community, you're connected to the House of Wealth, I will keep us updated. Like I will still come live, I will still give the entry points, and we'll still make money from each of these moves. So especially if you're in maybe any of the private groups, you're in the mentorship platforms, you will still have so much money to be made, because this is where I drop more alphas, I drop like early insight, I drop early information. So you want to do anything you can possible to make sure you join the VIP or join any of the paid platforms as you can. It is your choice to join in or not. But even if you do not join, so much free value and free information is being given on a back-to-back basis here. And now there are three things I stated. Number one thing you could literally do is any opportunity you have right now to make sure you are saving your capital, you are booking profits. And when you're booking profits, I've already talked about my risk management strategy, my risk management plan, which we are talking about booking about 80 to 90% profit off and then leaving the rest, or booking up your capital, booking some profit and leaving the rest. And that's what you want to start doing, especially for coins that you believe are going to do so well, like maybe one kind miracle or a magic will just happen and boom. Right now there's a lot of prophecies going on. Some people are using, should I say, religious prophecies, traditional voodoo, whatever. Whether it is a lot of prophecies are going on concerning so many coins. That is none of my business. I don't know which is correct or which is not correct. But anyone could just turn out to be very well. Anyone could just turn out and do so well, and make people a lot of money. So if you're among the people who are jumping in on any of these prophecy coins, one of the things you want to start doing or benefit yourself is you want to, when you start booking profits, do not book on your profit, because it could still continue running higher and running higher. Because the more people get involved in this asset, the more people buy these coins, the more money is going to be made, the more people are going to make profits. So what I've been doing in most of the calls I've been giving, I book out my capital, I take some profits, and I leave it, and I leave the rest. Because something you could just coins could just like escalate so well. Like you could literally do so well. And if you have followed me on Twitter, and you have my post notifications turned on Twitter, you could check most of the calls I've been given on Twitter. Even this year alone, every single one of them has been a banger. It has been a banger. Like if you've been following on Twitter and you have it post notifications turned on Twitter, you would have made so much money printing on those calls as well. There are certain calls which I will not start mentioning here on live session as well. What you want to do is you want to go to Twitter and look for those tweets, and you can now see where you can even position yourself on what you should position yourself. Like the most recent tweet I'm referring to, like tweets I started doing for like December 30th, 31st, and the past 2 weeks or so, 2, 3 weeks or so. Now, that being stated, so that's the first thing you want to do. So you don't want to like miss out. Like some people who end up selling off everything and then the coin goes up and they start crying. They bought this coin, but they're not able to maximize making so much money out of it because of that particular article. So that's the first thing. So you want to start saving a lot of USDT. Save a lot of USDT, whether it's USDC or BUSD or whatever. Just save a lot of stables. Have a lot of stables saved. So in case the market is prepares to give another major fall, beginning in which is the next phase two of the accumulation. The phase two of the accumulation is bearish, and that bearish state is definitely going to see people. So that's why I said it's going to range. It's going to range and then bullish range. After the bullish ranging, it's going to turn bearish. Now that bearish is the phase two. So what we want to do is that we are going to make money from each of these ways, which is going to lead to point two, which is leading to. So the first thing is that you want to have your stable safe. You want to save a lot of stables. Coins that are moving up so well in value. Not every coin is going to continue moving up and up. Not every one of them. Not every one of them. Because once the market BTC decide to do a turn, they will start falling. So I want to just save stables. As you're making profit, calls are being given. I've given a lot of calls already. So if you're making profit all of them, just save a lot of stables and prepare ahead of time. So number two is we want to start making money from each of these movements. We want to make money from the weights, from the ranging market. So first of all, if you are, there is the Shifuwealth palliative we started in December, which there have been like hundreds of testimonies already about the palliative. The palliative channel is still on. It's a free channel, basically, where you get to copy my trades and make as much as 5 to 10% of your account size every day, just applying the copy paste strategy of copying my trade and pasting it on your trading account crypto trading account, and I just share about two of my trades every day on that palliative for free. For free. The only requirement is register with our team's Bybit link. Send your UID to $1 million boss on TG. Whether I'm the one handling or somebody else is handling it, the person going to verify. Once it's funded, the person will add it there because all the calls and trades that are being shared are shared directly on Bybit. So you can plug into that for free. Or if you want something more, then you can join the paid groups, join the institutional trading club, where so much value is being given. There's a 3 months package. There's a 1 year package, and there's a lifetime package that suits any category, and make a little of money for yourself. Testimonies are there. I think there were some calls that were shared. Sometimes I copied channels like the calls that are being shared on those channels, and I send it to when I copy them, I send them to the palliative. Not necessarily all, but many of them I do that. Many of them I do that. So you could see here. Oh, sorry. So you could see here, if I'm sharing my screen now, you can see on this window. Wow, I have about 26,000 messages on Telegram. So, okay, if you see here on the Shifuwealth palliative, you could see here that okay, I'm trying to scroll up now. You could see here, this was the call for today that was shared. The analysis for today that was shared. It was the a trade on Unilong. So I shared this from the trading hub. I shared this for them for free, and then we're already up in profit on this trade, because if you see here, I shared it around 12:52 p.m. and then it is a long trade idea, and then by 4:51 we're already in massive profits. And so that is like one already for today. Probably tomorrow I'll share another one like that. They're like one or two, and you could make a lot of money. Or you decide that okay, you want like a flood in I think in the what's it called again, the trading hub here. We have so many, like there are like so many calls, like on a daily basis, so many of them being shared. So sometimes we get like five, sometimes we get like, because I'm not the only person dropping these calls. We have about four traders who are very good, four of my mentees who are very, very good in their trading, mentored by me, and they are so good at what they do. So they drop their analysis at the same time myself, and we make so much money there as well. I think we did some the last live session I did, we had about three persons who came live and shared their results of the profit that they made, how they joined. That's the live session. But it didn't occur to me. Maybe I would have told more people to actually come off to on today's session and talk. But um that didn't occur to me because the most part of today I've been, should I say, sleeping or resting. So you want to make money from these waves, from each waves and each state of the market, whether it's moving the wave, you want to be prepared to make so much money from that. Someone say, how do we join the trading hub? The trading hub that's institutional trading hub. The institutional trading hub, which is institutional trading club, there are about three packages. The details should be there. These are on the general YouTube Telegram channel, or you can send me a message either on WhatsApp, or a message on Twitter, or a message on Telegram. Either WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram. These are like places whereby you could get to me, and then literally I could direct you to the direct link. So you follow through the process, and then I think there are cheaper packages there. You can actually get plugged in. There's a 3 months package, which is the smallest package. And you can start making so much money for yourself. That's like point number two. So based on that, and then um there's a third thing that could literally do to for people to benefit, and that has to do with understanding narrative for blue chip tokens. So there's a narrative for blue chip tokens, which I might be sharing so many of those kind of informations. I'll be sharing so many of those kind of information soon. The narrative for blue chip tokens, I'll be sharing this kind of information soon, and which I've done a couple of them already. And one of them is Litecoin. Litecoin is one of those narratives that we have been on Litecoin for quite a while, and I am still very like bullish on Litecoin. Like for this year, 2023, I'm bullish on Litecoin, even into 2024. I believe Litecoin can go to as high as I believe Litecoin can go to as high as let me check it again. Litecoin can go to as high as $160, $200 to $200. And we've been on like LTC for quite a while now. We've been on LTC from these levels. So talking about it around here. So on that entry level here, $64. And then this is another entry trade here at 70 something or so. And it's up to 91. I'm currently around $90 right now. And I still believe that's like from $90 to like 180 to 200. That's like still about 100% plus increase more from these levels. And if you, even if you decide to compare LTC, even if let's say this LTC BTC, let's use LTC BTC for example now. Even if you decide to BTC decides to start like going down, I'm still like bullish on this. I'm still bullish on LTC. I believe that LTC might has found its low. It has found its low, and even if BTC decides to like start, I don't know where this is coming from. So I believe it's still going to like move up. Still going to like move up into this. And this is my initial target for LTC BTC. So I still believe it still correlates with the USDT as well. So LTC is one of those like blue chips that will literally make people a lot of money. I think I also talked about Monero. Monero has also made us a lot of money too because I've been bullish on Monero. And where did we talk about Monero? So Monero is another blue chip that these are like blue chip categories that are being bullish on. I am still bullish on as well. So we had Monero around one one 30, 120, 130, $130. It has gone to as high as 180 something dollars. And I still believe that Monero might still go as high as $360, $400 and above. So leading to the because of the need of security as well. And there's so many alt and amazing alts out there that are also like thriving. But I'm just referring to like blue chips that solves these categories as well. Now there'll be opportunities. There'll be so many opportunities as well in so many altcoins that are going to give short-term and mid-term profit. And I'll keep on giving these calls. I'll keep on like sharing this alerts and sharing this informations. You want to do nothing. I say this financial advice, but what you want to do is that you just want to be positioned. You want to be positioned so you can literally maximize like both of them, maximize both of them, maximize them. So I gave her like three different tips I think that are definitely going to make people a lot of millionaires in this year. I talked about three things basically. I talked about um understanding the market narrative, how to relate with it, to talk about the short-term profit making money from the waves, to talk about joining the private groups, joining the private platforms, or connecting to the free call platforms. Or at the same time, I also talked about as I talked about, what's it called? I talked about understanding the narrative for blue chip tokens. There are certain blue chip tokens that are going to do so well. So probably by tomorrow, I'm going to do a video, and it should be uploaded on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube, and that video should be about DeFi narratives you to watch out for in 2023. So I might be stating certain narratives in 2023, and also talking about one, two, three blue chip tokens that are definitely going to be very specific and will literally make people so much amount of money as well. So much has been said so far, and I think we have gained enough value for today, and I hope the session meets us. Well, someone say, how can we get the palliative link on TG? There is, if you're on the free trading opportunity channel, if you're on the channel, I think there's a link to register. If you're registered on the Bybit on our team Bybit link, you send your UID and then you'll be given access to join in. You'll be given access to join in. So you send a message to $1 Million Boss on TG and then be given access to join in. That's how you can gain access to that particular platform as well. So I just gave us the formula for the year 2023, what we should expect in 2023 regarding cryptocurrencies, how the market should move, how this bull market is going to start running, and how we want to start preparing for it. And even while you're preparing for it, how you can still make money in the short term moves, in the in between moves. If sometimes when I speak a bit fast. So one of the things you want to do is you could rewatch the session on YouTube or on Facebook, so you can literally like listen to everything I have stated or anything that you missed out, so you can take your notes and you don't know how to plan yourself, how to relate to yourself, and how to some things you could stated and not state. Okay, if you look here on Twitter, Yes. I think you just go to my Twitter, you will see a couple of informations I dropped there. And I think one of them is about this assets here. That's currently at 30 million. I said something like this could be one of those tokens that were explored in 2023, 2024. And you could decide to maximize on that as well and make so much money from it as well. So I don't want this session to be too long than it has been already. And bye for now, everybody. I hope we utilize the information that is given to us, and I'm looking forward to hear our testimonies, to receive our testimonies, and to share in your positive results as well, fam. Bye for now, and see you soon. When the student be ready, the Shifu will appear always, and when the Shifu appears, the student prevail. The opportunity is here, and therefore, so for those who are asking if I will. For those who are asking me that question, I will. Bye for now, fam.